2021, I started my journey into the NFT world, but I was a little bit slow to the tick. When I do most things, I jump in pretty hard. With NFTs, it kind of took me a bit. But over the past year, I minted probably like a dozen different NFTs up on my OpenSea account. And then I talked to a friend. And after I talked to my friend, I burned it all down. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Carmody. I'm an artist and designer, and I'm on a journey to earn 7 figures worth of wealth just from my creative output. And along the way, I'm trying to share everything I can with you so that I can maybe pull you along with me to do the same. One of the ways that I can expand the realm of possibility with my work is through NFTs. Am I making thousands and thousands of dollars off of this new platform? Nope. Not even a little bit. And part of that was because I was doing the exact wrong thing. At least according to one person, which is my friend Sabet, who is an artist and very successful in the NFT world. And I had a one-on-one conversation with him on the phone, and he kind of broke down exactly all the things that he thought I was doing wrong and could change. Small sidebar, this video was actually a little bit different. In fact, it was chock full of all kinds of information about how to get started on NFTs and how to do all these things about NFTs. And at a certain point, I realized, you know what? That's too much information. I wanted to just give the core information about the advice that he gave me about getting involved in NFTs and not necessarily make this an NFT 101. In fact, actually what I've decided to do instead is I'm hosting a free webinar, live thing, Zoom call, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be talking about NFTs, at least from my perspective of how to get started, what they're all about, what it all means, how to do your thing, how to take whatever it is that you make and turn it into something else, what the future might look like for all this stuff. And I'm going to be talking about all this stuff in this call. If you want to be interested on that, like I said, it's totally free to get in. Just go down the link in the description and you'll see, you'll be part of it. So what are these pieces of advice that Ali shared with me in order to kind of help establish a successful track record on any marketplace that you choose to start on? Number one, understand the marketplace. I don't necessarily mean your ideal client. I don't necessarily mean your current client list. What I'm talking about is the marketplace has a certain type of collector that's buying all the things. That is who you are selling to right now. The truth is, most of the people that you've maybe been interacting on any one of your social media accounts, anybody on your email list, they're probably not buying NFTs yet. And if they're gonna have to jump through all those hoops that we just talked about, it's gonna be a long haul for you to just market to them. We'll get there eventually, but in the interim, let's market to the people that are already there, ready to hand out their coins to buy your thing. The more you understand about what's popping on your market of choice, the better chances of you getting found and people buying your stuff. Once you see where the market is headed, don't just go ahead and just start doing exactly what everybody else is. That is not the advice I'm giving you here. Take a look at what's popping and then adapt your work around that. How can you take your work and kind of put it into the mold that's been created for you? It still needs to be you. It still needs to be your identity, which is actually key point number 2. Maintain your identity. No matter what you do, wherever you post, make sure that people know who you are. There's a lot of anonymity going on in the NFT space, which is something I don't personally understand. In fact, whenever you go to see my stuff on any of the NFT marketplaces, pretty much anywhere you go see my stuff in general, you're going to see my name and my picture. When you go to my OpenSea account, you'll notice that all of my listings have my name on them. My collection has my name on it. It's all about establishing my identity. Of course, that's branding 101, but I think what happens is a lot of people go into these marketplaces and just feel like, oh, this is a moment for me to be an artist and just express myself creatively. Sure, do that thing. But also keep in mind that if somebody runs across your piece randomly on any one of these marketplaces, do they even know who you are? Start telling them who you are right out of the gate. While you're doing that over here in your marketplace, go over here and start working with your community and start talking to them about the NFT world that you have started to exist in. If you've been anywhere on my Instagram in the last couple of weeks, you'll know that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm existing over here, teaching people about NFTs, trying to get them acclimated to the idea that eventually they're gonna start buying my work over here on OpenSea or one of these other marketplaces. Involve your community, be active in that community, and then bring them over. Guide them over. Make it as easy for them as you possibly can to get them over here so they can buy your thing. And part of that is number 4, which is share your knowledge. Again, on my Instagram and even on YouTube and other places, you'll see that I'm sharing as much information as I possibly can. I'm not the most educated person on NFTs, but I'm trying my best to get people within the fold. I want them to get involved, whether you're the artists who I want to get over here to help join this fight with me, or it's the collectors who will eventually come over and buy my stuff. And it's also kind of cool to be part of other people's communities. In fact, you should be on Twitter. I'm just saying it right out of the gate. You should be on Twitter because that's where the best NFT conversations are happening right now. And when you're over there on Twitter, you're going to run across a whole bunch of people and find a whole bunch of new art that you really like, which is going to inspire you to do number 5. And that is to reinvest back into the community. Go and find these people and you buy their NFTs. NFTs right now are a bit incestuous, where it's artists buying from artists and creators buying from creators. We do this to lift each other up, to support each other, because people will buy your NFT and you're going to want to celebrate that by turning around and maybe buying NFTs from somebody else. I'm assuming you probably do that as artists anyway, but now let's do it over here on the digital side to encourage these people to stay the course on whatever project it is that they're running. And stay the course is actually number 6, because if you're not there doing the thing all the time, then the rest of the NFT world is going to ignore you because you look shady. There's a lot of shady stuff happening in the NFT and crypto world, and they want to be able to look at you legitimately. They want to look at your work and say, yep, this person's in for the long haul. They're not just in it for the land grab. They're not just in it for the money. They're here to be part of something bigger than themselves. And it might be a very tough haul, because you've been used to having people tell you all the time on whatever social media accounts, like, oh my God, I love your piece, I love this thing, I want this piece. And maybe you sell some originals, and maybe you sell some art prints, and all that stuff is happening, but over here in the NFT world, you're not really getting any traction. And so it's important to just stick it out, stay the course, because eventually people will start to get on board with you when they feel like you are legitimately there for the duration. That's pretty much the core advice that I got from Ali, and I've been eternally grateful for him. And so if you wanted to go check out his work, again, link is in the description, because, you know, he's a good dude and he's doing good work and he's very successful there. So it's one of those situations where just kind of go support somebody who's doing good things and just kind of watch what they're doing. But tread lightly, because the strategy that he's using right now is different than the strategy that he's given me, because he knows that I'm new and he's not. He's established. He's building something cool. He has more flexibility to do wild, crazy things. We are just getting into it, and we need to be more focused. Stick with these 6 items that I just shared and stay that course. Do that thing and be in that space. So how does that translate for me? What is my strategy going to be right now? Number 1, you're going to see me mostly on OpenSea, because that's where I want to sell the majority of my work, because that's where I'm going to make the most money from my work. I believe it's important to make the right amount of money for the work that you do, so you're gonna see me over there doing that thing. And my work is getting very singularly focused over there right now, which I'm okay with, because I'm still maintaining my style, but I recognize what the marketplace wants. At the same time, I'm also going to start doing more work over on object.com. By the way, it's not object.com, it's OBJKT.com. But I'm gonna be over there doing stuff that's a little more rudimentary, a little bit more basic, a little bit more fun. I'm gonna be over there doing a little bit more creative expression, because I want the OpenSea people to recognize that I'm here for the long haul, doing the thing, be, focused on the marketplace, focused on the people, focused on the community. And over here on Object, I'm doing all of those things, but I'm giving myself a little bit more freedom to do creative things, charging a little bit less, creating a lower barrier of entry to people who want to become collectors. That way, it's like I've got these things over here and these things over here, and they both have a different purpose. That's my one-man strategy. Who is new to this game, you might establish yourself with a different strategy, which is totally okay. In fact, I encourage you to go look at what other people are doing, what other people are saying, and extrapolate the information that I've shared with you from what they're sharing, and then establish your own identity. But if a lot of this stuff is like whooshing right over the top of your head and you feel like you need a little bit more of a primer on NFTs, well, come hang out with us in that live free chat about NFTs, where I'm gonna break down 101 type content to everybody who attends. It's totally free. Link down in the description. You can check it out. It's January 27th, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have a good time. We'll talk about things, and I'll answer as many questions as I possibly can. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you I don't know the answer, but I will do my best to direct you to people that might know that answer. But if you can't actually attend the live recording, just go ahead and sign up, because I will be dropping the recorded video and dropping it into the space so that you can go back and check it out later. And the thing about NFTs is they are just one link in the chain of what I believe is the future for creative people, and that largely revolves around the collectability of things. In fact, if you want to know what I'm talking about, where I ramble on a little bit about why BTS, the K-pop band, is responsible for my whole mindset around marketing lately, watch that video right there. And in the meantime, make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't done so already, because I'll be talking a lot about this stuff in the future. That's it, folks. I'm going to get out. Remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See you.